What's up YouTube? It's Nani. A little bit of a different video today. Happy Pride Month. Today marks a very special anniversary. It's just something very personal to me, and it marks the first day I started on hormones. I actually have my hormones here. I take 100 milligrams of Spiro. I don't know how to pronounce the full name, so I'm not going to do that. Also, please forgive my appearance. I just got out of the shower. It's really hot today. It's 90 degrees, so I'm a little sweaty, but cheers. So yeah, take 100 milligrams of Spiro. I tend to take 2 to 3, depending on if I want to have sex that day or not, just because Spiro messes with erection, sexual activity. I'll go into it later on in the video. I also take 3 tabs of Estrogen, 2 milligrams each. So for a total, I tend to take about 6 pills a day. Now that I've taken my lady pills, I can actually start the video. Let me backtrack. I came out in junior year. In high school, I had a partner at the time. We broke up. I started thinking a lot about sexuality, about gender. It's something that was always on my mind. And now that I was alone and I was single, I finally had that time to actually reflect on who I was. And so I began my journey. 3 years later now, I'm on hormones. I live in Brooklyn. I'm part of an amazing YouTube channel. And so much has happened in my life, and I'm so grateful for it. So I figured I would just go over physical changes as well as things that I've noticed has changed since being on hormones. So I'm going to start with physical first. The only really noticeable thing about my face that I've noticed is that my cheeks have become a lot more like plump. Before hormones, I had very not hard, but a very kind of flat face. I definitely feel like my face has rounded out a little bit more. My parents said I gained weight, which don't know how to feel. But I mean, at least I know that there is some fat redistribution just throughout my face and my body, which is nice to know, you know? Okay, so I know everyone, when they start HRT, they ask how big your boobs grow. And that is something that I was very excited about, having breasts. Everyone loves boobs, or most people do. Mine, I don't know if you can see them. I actually don't even really wear a bra anymore. You can't really see them just because the shirt's weird. I don't know. But my breasts started to grow. I would say around the 3 to 4 month mark. That's when I noticed a sort of a bump, a bud. You begin to feel sort of like a ball under your nipples, which is completely normal. Don't freak out. It's essentially the buds beginning to form into what'll be your boobs, which is crazy, because you're gonna have boobs, and congratulations if you are starting hormones. If not, you will soon. I promise. It takes a long ass time. I had come out 2 years prior to me taking hormones, and I was just patient. I knew that I really wanted to think about my decision, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did at a pretty young age. I started when I was 19. I love mine so much. They're very sensitive. It comes in handy during sex. And I would say that I'd say that they're like an A now. It's nice because after a year I can kind of just hold them and cup them. I should wear a bra. Maybe I should just wear a bra. 1 second. But yeah, I actually don't usually wear bras just because I like the way that my boobs are in its natural state. They're pretty perky. You know, they tend to point up, which is nice. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to try to position it. So, this is all boob. Yeah, it's kind of crazy actually. It's only been a year, and without them on, I mean, I wish I could take them off, but I mean, I don't want this video to be flagged, and I want to keep this channel kind of PG-13-ish. But as you can see, you can kind of just cup them and just play with them, and it's fun and it's nice, and I just love them so much, and I love my boobs. So yeah, I am very happy. I think in regards to them being grown, it's gonna take some time. I know you're gonna want to take your hormones right away, and you're gonna want your boobs right away. And unfortunately, it is a waiting game. Puberty, it's like puberty part 2, you know. I didn't get acne, thank God. I didn't really have acne either growing up. But it is similar to puberty in a sense that, you know, they really hurt in the beginning. I had to wear shirts that were 100% cotton or really soft. Or I'd have to have a sports bra just because my nipples would ache and hurt. and sting. They would get really hard. My nipples would get incredibly hard, and not in the good way. So there's that. By your 6th month, you should have like 12-year-old tits, 12-year-old boobs. Tits, I shouldn't say tits. Another thing is that my butt has definitely filled out. I used to have a very flat, skinny man Asian butt, and now I have like a butt. I don't know if I should show you or if you can see that, but I have a butt. I promise I do. I also am wearing big jeans. Like, is she cute or is she just wearing a small shirt with big pants? Who fucking knows? I'm just gonna keep the shirt off because it's hot, and also it'll get me more views, hopefully. We'll see. I don't know. Right, so another thing I get asked about is how my sex life is. For one, I'm a Scorpio, so you can already assume that it's pretty crazy. I definitely used to be a lot crazier before hormones. I used to be able to just kind of sleep with whoever, whether they were like at a bar or at a party. Okay, I can just kind of like fuck whomever and it would be fine. Now, she doesn't really work as perfect as I would like. I didn't experience any size differences. I didn't experience any size like a decrease in size. Basically, I'm not as turned on as I used to be anyways. What that means is that I really have to care about who I'm with. I have to actually think they're cute, or else she just won't work, sorry. I like having sex, just not as much as I used to. Like, I'm able to still have penetration sex, which is really cool. I thought I was gonna have to give that up, and I don't, which is nice. Something that does suck is that hormones makes you not necessarily hungrier, but I've noticed that I tend to snack more, and in doing so, I tend to gain a lot more weight. Even if I do like not eat as much, I feel like it's harder for me to lose weight, which kind of sucks. That's definitely a bit of a con, but you know, again, self-love, you just gotta work on it, gotta fight the dysmorphia, fight the dysphoria, everything. So I hopefully, you know, I mean, I'd like to be a bit of a thicker queen. That would be real cute in my opinion. I get a lot crankier. I get really moody. Sometimes I just start crying. Don't really know why. I hear it happens. I'm also a water sign. Triple water sign actually. Triple Scorpio. But I like that. I do feel a lot more emotional. I feel a lot more in tune with my emotional side, my sensitive side. Yeah, I mean, it's been a journey. I wasn't always so optimistic about everything. That's why I didn't decide to do the picture a day. I would rather just go on my own pace. I didn't want to fixate on little details anymore, you know? I think that in order to have a happy transition and be happy with yourself, which is incredibly important, you need to learn how to not fixate on these details. And I like to think of it as a little surprise. Like, one day I woke up and my boobs were really swollen and were bigger and were noticeably bigger, and seeing them in the mirror and seeing them just like looking down was a huge plus for me. I was incredibly happy, and I think that there's something to be said about being patient and, you know, being patient with your body, because, you know, this is a new hormone that's being introduced, or at least there's more of it anyways, and you know, you gotta give it time, because that's the only way that like change occurs, you know, is with time. My voice didn't get higher. When people tell you they do, it's bullshit. It doesn't. I just surround myself with lots of girls, with lots of women, and I guess through being around them have imitated subconsciously or consciously the way they talk. We all are products of the people that we grew up around, you know, so, but I would suggest if you wanted a higher voice, imitating like girls you know that you like really admire, the way they talk, or even practicing vocal lessons. I know there's so many free lessons on YouTube that are just great, that help so many girls I know. I've never really been self-conscious about my voice. There's so many things that like I was worried about, and I just had to like pick and choose my battles, you know, and I think it's also important when you start hormones to figure out what you really want, figure out why you're doing it, and not get so hung up on little details, you know? You're not gonna grow a pussy. Like, I'm still waiting for mine if that was the case, you know? So yeah, whether or not I would undergo sexual reassignment surgery, honestly, after hormones, I don't really care. I'm kind of happy with my body right now. I'm happy to see what'll happen next year, in 2 years, in 3 years, in 4 years. And yeah, again, I just wanted to make a little video just talking about HRT. Thank you guys so much for watching. I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say. If you're starting hormones, or you're about to, you're on them right now, and you have any more questions, feel free to shoot me a message. I'll have my Instagram linked below. That's @shenanigans. I tend to respond within 2 to 3 business days. I'm just really lazy, and I also just don't like anyone, so you'll get a response, just it'll take a little bit of time. Happy Pride Month again. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment what you liked or didn't like, or if you had any other questions, you could do that too. Yeah, bye.
Splash, splash. All I want is a new bag. Yeah, hey, all I want is a new bag. Yes, yeah. Heavy wallets on my pants sag. Damn, I really want that fucking new jag. Now I check my phone and you don't text back. Wow, what? Now baby girl